Mama June. Shannon asks Pumpkin to let her move in. No way in hell, says Pumpkin. Mama June just wrapped Road to Redemption Season 5, and thankfully, the mother of four ain't going to jail. But Gino could face prison time in the future as well. Also, how will June manage to live alone in Florida if Gino goes to prison? It looks like Shannon asked Pumpkin to be her roommate if Gino goes to jail. However, Pumpkin seems not to be much in favor of her mother's idea. No below Pumpkin's reply to June's plead. Mama June asks Pumpkin to let her stay if Gino goes to prison. What happens if Gino goes to prison? Gino has always been by June's side in all her good and bad phase. Will it be hard for June to manage things all by herself if Gino goes to jail? It will indeed be. And to avoid loneliness and chaos, June thinks it will be better for her to stay with Pumpkin if any such thing happens. The Sun reported Mama June and Gino driving from Florida to Georgia at Lauren's house to discuss the matter. June explained to her daughter, "If Gino goes to jail, I'm going to need my family." The mother of four explained what issues she could face if Gino is not around. The star claims to have no one in Florida to stand by her side. Therefore, it will be difficult for her to find any kind of help if needed. Moreover, Mama June doesn't even have a job. But Pumpkin did not understand why her mother is explaining her speculated condition to her. She asks Mama June with curiosity, "What does that have to do with me?" But then June asked the real question. The star said, "I just need to come back to Georgia and be like your roommate." Mama June. Pumpkin don't want her mother to move in with her. Moreover, Josh does not want to live with June in any way. He quoted, "There is no amount of money you could pay me to love with June." Pumpkin also agreed with her husband, saying, "No way in hell she can move in." Pumpkin did not understand how can her mother even ask her about moving in. Pumpkin cleared to her mother that she already has 6 people to handle in the house, and she clearly doesn't want more mess around. Pumpkin knows her mother has a habit of dumping things on her when life goes wrong. Therefore, there's a big no from her side to make June her roommate if Gino goes to jail. However, Alana is more sympathetic towards her mother. Honey Boo Boo made Pumpkin realize that their mother has been sober for over a year now. Indeed, she could stay with them until she is all ready to move back on her feet. But Pumpkin disagrees with her sister and said, "Right now, I've got to focus on my family." It will ultimately be Pumpkin's decision whether to keep doors open for her mother after Gino's arrest or not. Let's hope the best happen ahead. The Shannon family saga has never lacked for explosive drama, but the latest revelation takes the tension to an entirely new level. Mama June Shannon, the matriarch who has weathered addiction, financial chaos, broken relationships, and estrangement from her children, reportedly asked her daughter Lauren Pumpkin Efford if she could move into her home. The request, which came after months of strained family dynamics, shocked fans and left Pumpkin fuming. Her response, delivered with no hesitation, was as blunt as it was powerful. "No way in hell." The dramatic exchange highlights the fractured relationship between mother and daughter, one that has been tested countless times over the years. While Pumpkin has stepped up as a de facto caretaker for her younger sister Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson, she has also juggled the responsibilities of raising her own children, managing her household, and carving out a life beyond the shadow of her mother's mistakes. For Mama June, asking to move may have been a desperate plea for stability and family support, but for Pumpkin, it was an outrageous overstep into a life she has worked hard to build on her own terms. According to insiders close to the family, Mama June's request was not a casual question, but a serious proposal. After years of bouncing between boyfriends, hotels, and temporary arrangements, June found herself once again looking for a permanent place to land. Her struggles with finances, as well as her rocky relationships with men like Gino Doak and Justin Stroud, left her without the sense of home she craved. For June, the idea of moving in with Pumpkin may have seemed like a chance to rebuild family bonds. But Pumpkin, who has spent years shielding her younger sibling from June's chaos, saw it as a threat to the stability of her household. Pumpkin's rejection was fierce. She made it clear that she would not allow her mother to disrupt the safe space she has created for her kids and for Alana, whom she continues to raise as her own child. For Pumpkin, the scars of the past run deep. She has not forgotten the times when Mama June chose men and drugs over her family, nor the years when she and her sisters had to fend for themselves in the wake of their mother's destructive choices. To invite Mama June into her home now, after everything, felt to Pumpkin like opening the door to chaos all over again. Fans, always quick to weigh in on the Shannon family drama, were divided. Some sympathized with Mama June, noting that everyone deserves a second chance, and that families should stick together no matter what. Others praised Pumpkin for standing her ground, pointing out that she has been the one to hold the family together while June spiraled out of control. Social media lit up with heated debates, with many calling Pumpkin a hero for refusing to let her mother destabilize her household, while others accuse her of being between Mama June and Pumpkin is nothing new. Their relationship has been strained ever since June's highly publicized downward spiral, which included drug use, a toxic romance with Gino Doke, and legal troubles. During that time, Pumpkin took guardianship of Alana, stepping into a role that June had abandoned. Since then, Pumpkin has balanced her own growing family with the enormous responsibility of caring for her teenage sister, something that has earned her the admiration of fans, but also left her with little patience for June's ongoing drama. For Mama June, the rejection reportedly stung deeply. She has often spoken about her desire to reconcile with her children and prove that she has changed. Asking to move in with Pumpkin may have been her way of showing that she wanted to be close to her family again, but instead, it served as a reminder that forgiveness and trust are not easily rebuilt. To Pumpkin, words are not enough. She wants actions, and she has yet to see the consistency from her mother that would make her believe June has truly changed. The family's fractured dynamic has long been at the heart of their reality TV storylines, and this latest conflict only adds more fuel to the fire. With Pumpkin raising Alana, balancing a marriage with Josh Efford, and caring for her own kids, her life is already stretched thin. Adding Mama June into the mix could easily tip the balance, and Pumpkin knows it. Her refusal wasn't just about resentment. It was about protecting the family unit she has fought so hard to preserve. Meanwhile, Mama June's plea raises bigger questions about her stability. Is she truly trying to turn her life around, or is she falling back into old patterns of dependency? Fans who once rooted for her redemption are left wondering whether June will ever find peace within herself, or whether she will continue to rely on her children to clean up her messes. The Shannon family drama continues to captivate fans because it reflects something universal: the complicated, messy, and often painful reality of family ties. Mama June's request of moving with Pumpkin wasn't just about needing a place to stay. It was about longing for acceptance, forgiveness, and belonging. Pumpkin's refusal, while harsh, was about boundaries, self-preservation, and the determination not to let history repeat itself. As the dust settles on this latest clash, one thing is clear: the rift between Mama June and her daughter is far from healed. Whether June will find another path to reconciliation, or whether this rejection will deepen the divide, remains to be seen. But for now, Pumpkin has spoken, and her message is crystal clear. Her home is her sanctuary, and there is no room for the chaos her mother brings.